Hey, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. We're back with another interview.
Another special interview. And I wanted to make sure we got this guy here because not only have I felt genuinely supported by this man.
Yes.
You know, like I felt like, you know, especially when we were starting out, we didn't know, like we started realizing that people were listening all over the country.
Right.
And he was
Which was scary. We're like, uh-oh, people hear what we're saying. Oh, no.
So, but he was one of the first people that was like, hey, I like what you guys are doing.
And it turns out it wasn't just like some random dude sleeping on a couch, like which a lot of our fans can be sometimes. This was like an extremely talented dude.
Yeah, so welcome.
Our come up is kind of similar.
Yeah, I guess so.
We didn't actually say the name. Geoff Gouveia, everybody.
Thanks for having me.
You cut me off.
Yeah, my bad. But like, if you think about it, like when we first all started talking, you were already doing some big things, but you're doing some huge things now.
Yeah, I mean, within the soccer space, I wasn't doing anything when I reached out to you guys. Like, I was researching creative things within soccer, and you guys were like at the top of that list because it was, you know, comedy soccer podcast. Like, what is that?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. That's exciting. Yeah, so Geoff, you were an artist, and I don't think we've ever really had this conversation. But what was your come up?
What's your origin story?
Yeah, did you? I know you're from California. How'd you get started in art and then make that transition into, because you've done a lot of art, like soccer projects.
Yeah. So I started in 2009 doing art. I mean, I was just making it at school, and then got really into the graffiti scene, like trying to go as large as possible, and was doing a lot of murals.
I used to be a graffiti artist back in the day.
I mean, I don't like dropping the word graffiti because that's not what I did. It was always characters. I sucked
did
at
street
letters.
art.
Yeah, street art. But then saying street art,
I was a vandal. It's a very different, a little different.
Well, yeah, but you know, after almost getting arrested, I'm like, I'd rather paint in the daytime. Like it's a little bit easier.
I'd rather get clearances for this.
My girlfriend at the time was my wife. Was like, maybe you should figure out how to get permission.
Yeah.
Like, babe, I'm an artist. Like, you can't do that. So
permission. Yeah. What am I, a sellout?
Yeah.
And then you see sirens. You're like, who do I ask? Yeah. Is it like a city hall thing? Or
I got these papers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So I got the papers. Started making legal art, and was just really going after style. Like, I really, I looked up to Shel Silverstein.
Oh wow!
You know, like that style where you just see, and you're like, oh, that's the Giving Tree, that's falling up, that stuff, and then people like Van Gogh and Andre Durand who like have like very clear styles in art history, and that's all I really wanted.
And the first thing that, especially regarding soccer, that I knew that I'm like, yo. I remember reaching out to you about this because you made, I think, the first LAFC mural.
Yeah.
Which was immediately vandalized.
Immediately. By Alexis Guerrero.
Within seconds.
I looked at my mom's attic. I pulled out all the fat caps, and I was like, your boy's back in the game.
But you made this gorgeous mural, and where was it in specifically? Where was it? Where did you make it? Where did you put that art?
So it's
like where? Like
it's in like the shadow of Pico Union, so like right next to Staples Center, which is where LAFC's headquarters.
Okay, yeah, we don't know the area. I mean, the people listening.
Pico Union is also the name of my cousin, so like it could be anything. It could be anything. Yeah.
So you made this mural, and then a couple. I don't even know. It might have been like a day.
Like as soon as I turned the car on,
you were just like, that's good work. Yeah. You turned left.
So this is last. What time of the year? This is before the. This
has got to be, I think, January 2017.
That's right.
Like real early.
It's post-announcement before like anything really has been done.
I mean, they've announced that they have Will Ferrell as an owner. They don't have anything.
The
they don't have
logo's
Bob
out.
Bradley. They have the logo.
Yeah. They have the logo. Yeah. So
and they have the hats.
Yeah.
The
hats were the first
this is hat phase LAFC.
So this is very early on. So
pre-shirt, all hat goes down.
This mural, gorgeous. I remember when I first saw it, I'm like, dang, yo, this is like first getting to know you. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, this is amazing, right? And then about a day later, LA Galaxy fans,
just put like basically turn the LA into the middle of the word galaxy.
Yes,
it was clever.
It was very clever. Yeah, it was better than just like legitimately vandalizing it and ruining the art.
Yeah,
it was just like, oh, this is like, it's clever, but it's also super mean.
It was extremely disrespectful and like the street art world. Like when you leave someone's stuff and you can see through it, that's like a total diss.
Oh, right over somebody's tag.
Like right over something, but like not even covering it, not even giving the respect to cover it.
Yeah,
like, just
no.
goes, it was like they just pooped on it so hard.
To use it to offend you.
Yes,
they boomerang.
They straight up judo sweep me. They used my own energy against
they swept the leg, man.
Yeah,
that's tough.
And when I saw it, it wasn't even like I know, we have Galaxy fans, we have LAFC fans that listen. I wasn't like mad about like, how dare the LA Galaxy do this? I was like, yo, my homie Geoff.
Yeah, you wrote over art.
That's his work.
This isn't some dude tagging like some crappy nickname he got as a child. This is real. This is art.
Because look, as stand-up comedians, if somebody's heckling and ruining the show, I'm like, this was a heckler who ruined your show.
Yeah.
And that's why I was upset.
But to some degree, it also kind of gave you a little bit of promotion.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
almost like if you did it yourself wearing a ski mask, it'd be a good idea.
On a lot of the threads, they're like, oh, it's definitely LAFC doing it, like the G and the A, and it's like people, like all these conspiracy theories about it. But
that's what I would have done.
No, yeah. I mean, honestly, that gave me a ton of promotion. You can point back to that as the reason why I'm doing a ton of stuff with Adidas now.
That's
because
awesome.
Adidas, when I approached them to work with them, they had thought I already worked with Adidas. Like when you do stuff with these big brands, they only want to work with people who they've already worked with.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then when they saw I did the mural, they're like, "Oh, he's one of us."
Yeah.
But then, like them tagging over it also gave me more clout within the LAFC organization. Because they were like, oh, our boy got jumped. So now we
have to let's give him something else. Yeah,
it's almost like one of those things like when you're at a restaurant and you like drop your meal. They're like, well, let's just give him another meal.
Yeah.
Like it's just like
that's what I do. I eat the good parts and I just throw it on. It looks like mostly vegetables on the floor. No, I dropped the whole thing. Somebody must have kicked it.
But one thing I do love about you, it's if you're not following Geoff on Instagram, you're very inspiring and very motivational, and you talk about your journey, and like one of the things that you did was you just mentioned about like reaching out to Adidas. You're very like proactive and like you want to get your work out there, and you want to do you want to take those opportunities and find those opportunities. But so you had done a mural for Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yes.
And I think this happened because you like just contacted him.
Yeah, tweeted at him.
Yeah.
That's how it works with Gary V.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So
he tweeted, "What can I do for you?" And I judo sweeped him. I was like, "Let me paint a mural for you." And then he was like, "I don't even know what that means," but he let me do it. So.
That's awesome. Yeah, and just some props that there's another comedian on the OG podcast. Kevin Ryan, who does he does a character called Larry Vaynerchuk, who's Gary's brother.
And he is not a positive force.
You should look up. It's Kevin Ryan comedy on Instagram. It's super funny.
All right, I'll look it up.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Sounds like my flavor.
How do you feel about just that philosophy in general about like being that kind of proactive person? Because you do, I feel like it's led to a lot of like it's yielded positive results.
Yeah, definitely. I think that to be an artist in 2018, I mean, you have to go after it, right? Like being a comedian, you have to do so many sets. I mean, that's just what it is. It's not like somebody's gonna give it to you, so you have to go out and get it. But that's also my personality too. I prefer to reduce it to the personal interactions. Yeah. Like, the companies that I've worked with, they all have faces behind it. It's not like I've worked with Adidas. Yeah. I'm working with Ellie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what I like. That's what I'm good at. And
yeah.
I like meeting new people, and so I reach out, like same reason why we're having this conversation. Just when I like what someone's doing, I want to come alongside them.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
And you also did that mural for Live Breathe Football, which is incredible. We got to do their podcast, and we got to hang out in their studios, and that was... Yeah.
They were really upset when I wrote Galaxy over.
I was going to say, you guys were there like almost the same timeline as when the LAFC mural got tagged.
Yeah,
it was like a week later you went to
That's
Live
our
Breathe.
alibi.
I did a set in LA. And
look at the dates on the podcast.
Yeah.
I think it all checks out.
Robert Mueller's going to investigate it. You worked also with Inaria.
Inaria is, I think, something else.
Venereal disease.
You get that in, I think that's from Oregon.
Yeah. That's why you have extra kids, in case any of them die of Inaria. Inaria. And you made a one-off kit. Is this a kit you have? Did they make this for you? Did you design it?
So they want to do multiple collaborations with artists.
Yeah.
I was one of the first they approached. It was based around them buying back the company. So it had some backstory to it.
Yeah.
It was a very, very limited run. They did give me one. It's a pretty cool kit.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's like pink. It's dope. It's got your kind of a logo we don't see very much, or at least I don't see it. It's got like 2 G's. Did they make that design for themselves?
So I did all that.
Oh,
all
wow.
the crest is my own. The little embellishments on it. I mean, the way the kit looks is mostly on them because they were really good at cultivating that. I wanted to go even crazier, but then looking back on it, I mean, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they landed it. It was dope.
And what is your connection to soccer specifically? Why have you been interested in working, doing art in the soccer world?
Yeah, I think that soccer is the global language, and I love connecting with people. So when I would travel to South America, I've been there like 6-7 times. My Spanish isn't great. My Portuguese is worse. But being able to speak soccer, right? Like football, you can do anything, and it immediately connects you to the culture. So
to everybody.
Yeah, I mean everywhere other than the United States. So and I've always had this kind of weird international feel. Like I just love international sports, and that's soccer. So I mean, from a young age, I've always played it. I still play like 2-3 times a week.
That's good because it's like even New York, like the language can be football, right, all over the world. But like people like Aaron Schlossberg are not huge fans of.
He doesn't want you speaking any language.
Speak any language that I don't understand.
When you speaking soccer, speak English in this country. Yeah.
So Geoff, dude. I mean, I wish we could talk longer, but we can't. But I just want to make sure everybody checks out your work.
Yeah. Where is there like a place that you like to put most of your stuff up on? Is it just Instagram? Like, where would you want people to go to see anything about Geoff Gouveia?
Yeah, I think Instagram is the best spot. That's where I'm the most active. Send me a DM and I'll send you some stickers.
Dope.
I love sending people stuff.
And it's Geoff's is at GEOFFGOUVIA.
No, VEIA.
Yeah.
I mean, this
By
is.
the way,
you might as well just start typing G and then just like
literally in front of them.
Story of my life.
But even still, the font is like kind of like
Come on
fancy.
now.
It's the story of my life. Like I used to go by WEND, WEND, and for that reason,
that was the tag name.
That was my tag. Yeah, but then I'm like, I should do my real name. Yeah. And now I regret it because nobody can say my last name. Like as I get more notoriety,
I'm just gonna call you Banksy going forward. That's just easier. I know that name.
Gangsy.
So Geoff, thank you so much for being on the show, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
A lot. Make sure you go to GeoffGouveia.com. Follow him on Instagram. Absolutely amazing work. Are you going to be doing anything for like World Cup or anything? Can we expect anything? What's the next thing going?
I'm doing some stuff with Adidas around the World Cup.
Nice.
Also, you did the. I was just at Upper 90 in Queens. You painted an entire soccer store.
I don't know how you did that.
Dude, I don't know how I did it either. That was a miserable week.
I can only imagine. When I saw it, I was like, I hope this is all screen printed.
I got to visit you while you were doing it.
Yeah, that was sick. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, it was a lot of. It's a huge job. So.
I think I was busy that day. I'm so sorry. I was out of town. I think I was in LA.
It's in Queens, and anyone, I'm like, hey, I'm in Queens. Everybody in Manhattan's like, yeah, like see you later. Like, now you're in Queens.
Queens.
I'm like, no, it's Queens.
Yeah, come on, I'm here.
All right,
everybody. New York.
Thank you again for being here. Thank you for listening to the show. My name, you know the deal. My name is Christian Polanco.
My name is Alexis Guerreros.
My name is Geoff Gouveia.
And together, what are we? The Cooligans!